the fad of real estate investing. We found that over the last couple of years, there was a lot of people that got into real estate investing wanting to be investors, but not realizing that being an investor also comes with being a landlord or hiring the right people to landlord for you. So a lot of people have overpaid. A lot of people are stuck with properties that they think can get more rent than they can actually get, even though rents are skyrocketing, and we can talk about that. But there's a lot of people that need education and hand holding along the way. Not that that's bad, but that, the market is shifting. Things are changing in this crazy world quite rapidly. And, finding the experts, hiring the experts, and educating yourself as an investor and as a landlord is incredibly important. And that's part of what we do at Rent Panda, and also what we're trying to support landlords who don't use our service to do, just to get educated. And we're landlords and investors ourselves. So we've learned it the hard way that you got to invest in yourself to get forward in life.
Rob, it's a pretty crazy space to just jump into, not knowing anything about it or thinking you know something about it, isn't it? Like, it's a lot of money, a lot of risk, and it's not passive.
Yeah, outside of, we were just actually talking about this as well. Like, outside of the financial aspect of things, if you just isolate time, I think as you jump in as an investor and you're shifting to be a landlord, right? Just even thinking about property maintenance, the issues that can come up as your portfolio grows, that alone could be essentially a part-time job to almost a full-time job, right? Outside of the financial aspect of things. And then, obviously when you buy a property, depending on the scale of it, more issues come up, which means more cost, which means, essentially less cash flow, or even worse, negative cash flow than you're already dealing with. So yeah, for sure. In terms of education, just to hit on Hart's point, what we're trying to do as hopefully 2023 rolls on is just hit home about the education side of being a landlord. And, it doesn't stop at being an investor. There's way more time that you have to, basically put into your business overall, right? To make sure it's functioning.
I think that something that's very clear is that it doesn't matter how much education certain people get or how much help certain people get. There are people who shouldn't be landlords. The emotional toll of landlording is sometimes just not something that certain people can bear. The average person can definitely do it, right? And then of course there's the skilled operators who might be able to do it, with or without help from a property manager. But there's a class of people, we've all met them, who just doesn't matter what you do or teach them or explain to them or help them with, it's just not for them, and they should consider something else. But the fad, like you guys were talking about, has brought this greed out of everybody, where it's like, hey, if I can just be a landlord, I'm going to be able to make all this money like everybody else. And it's greed. And again, no education and stuff. And the landlord tenant board is full of those landlords showing up unprepared to be squashed